Good morning, class. Welcome to your philosophy class. This is Introduction to the Philosophy of the Human Person. Let's start in Lesson 1, Doing Philosophy. Before we start our lesson, we have an objective that we need to accomplish. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to 1. Distinguish a holistic perspective from a partial point of view. 2. Realize the value of doing philosophy in obtaining a broad perspective on life. 3. Do a philosophical reflection on a concrete situation from a holistic perspective. Let's start to the nature and functions of philosophy. Before anything else, what comes into your mind when you hear the word philosophy? Philosophy. The word philosophy, particularly Western philosophy, originated from two Greek words philo, which means love, and sophia, wisdom. Love of wisdom refers to the strong desire of the human person to possess knowledge and apply it correctly. Next one is the definition of philosophy. In the 6th century BCE, Pythagoras was the first to call himself a philosopher, from the Greek word philosophos, or lover of wisdom. According to Pythagoras, he called himself as a philosopher, but he did not claim that he was wise. But by calling himself a philosopher, he was saying that he was a person who valued and cherished wisdom. Here raise our example of philosophical question. 1. What is knowledge? 2. What is the nature of the cell? 3. Does God exist? 4. What is the standard of beauty? 5. Is there universal morality? 6. What is the meaning of life? But always remember that these are difficult questions and almost impossible to answer. These questions can only be answered by using a reason as a tool wherein it can be expressed in different from, such as the ability to reflect, ask question, explain one thought, and analyze certain experiences and phenomenon. We have three big names of philosophy, which are Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. Let's proceed to the first philosopher is Socrates, first major Greek philosopher, and Socrates is philosophy as a science is also a systematized body of knowledge, but unlike other sciences which employs observation and experimentation to prove their theories, philosophy uses reason to arrive at a certain knowledge or truth. Meaning class Socrates, he came up with the Socratic method, a way of studying problems through a question and answer techniques. His thoughts focused on morals, good and evil society, but he did not write a lot, but Plato, his student, recorded all his thoughts. The next one is Plato. Plato wrote about his philosophy in conversation called Dialogues, and his most famous work, The Republic. This is where he expressed his thought that of all people, a philosopher should be king. So class Plato believed that one should not live in luxury, but instead in simplicity. And he founded his own school, the Academy, where Aristotle became one of his students. The last one philosopher is Aristotle. Aristotle was a student of Plato, but didn't always agree with his teacher. He liked science as one of the practical areas of philosophy. The Lyceum. So class Aristotle, he founded a school called the Lyceum. He liked to focus science because it is one of the favorite of Socrates, and he believed science is one of the practical areas of philosophy, and for him, reason was the highest good and that having self-control is very important. Do you understand, class? Do you have any question? So next class is the branches of philosophy. We have 4 branches, which are logic, metaphysics, epistemology, and axiology. Let's start to logic. Greek word is logos, the science of correct reasoning. Meaning class. Logic is the study of correct reasoning and argumentation. It provides a framework for evaluating the validity of claims and constructing sound arguments. Example, what is good reasoning? What is not so good reasoning? Next one is metaphysics. Greek word is meta, means beyond, upon, or after, and physica means physics, is the science of being. This branch delves into fundamental questions about existence, reality, and the nature of being. It explores concepts like time, space, causality, and the relationship between mind and matter. Example: what is real? What is the origin of the world? The next one is epistemology. Epistemology, Greek word is episteme, means knowledge, is a science of the theory of knowledge. Epistemology examines the nature, scope, and limits of knowledge. It investigates how we acquire knowledge, what constitutes justified belief, and the validity of different sources of knowledge. Example: what is knowledge? What are the source of the knowledge? The last one is axiology. Axiology is study of principles and values, ethics and aesthetics. This branch of philosophy focuses on understanding what we consider valuable in life, both morally and aesthetically. It explores fundamental questions such as, what principles should one live by? What are desirable values? And what is considered moral or immoral? Example: what is goodness? What is beauty? Do you understand, class? So now let's proceed to philosophical question. According to Gabriel Marcel, philosophical reflection is the act of giving time to think about the meaning and purpose of life. So class, according to Marcel, this type of reflection enables us to look deeper into our experiences and see the bigger picture of reality. So I have a question to you, class. Have you had an experience wherein you were seriously thinking of your past experiences before making any major decision or related action? Very good, class. So now, class, let's proceed to doing philosophy. When we're doing philosophical reflections and we are engaged in finding ways or methodologies to eliminate any practical problem or abstract idea, we are already doing philosophy. Our doing philosophy is what you will do. You will find a way to do the thing you want to do. So now, class, let's proceed to the two types of point of view. We have partial and holistic point of view. The first one is holistic point of view. Looks at all aspect of the given problem or situation. All aspect are given importance when making conclusion. All aspect are tied in together to form a general overview of the problem or situation, meaning, class. A holistic point of view emphasizes understanding something by considering all its interconnected parts and how they relate to the whole, rather than focusing on isolated aspects. It's about seeing the bigger picture and recognizing how different elements influence each other. Do you understand, class? The next one is partial point of view. Looks only at a limited number of aspects of the given problem or situation. Conclusions are made based on considering some, but not all, sides of the problem or situation. Meaning, class, a partial point of view is a perspective that focuses on only one aspect or limited part of a situation, potentially overlooking the bigger picture or the interconnectedness of other factors. It's a perspective that doesn't consider all relevant information or viewpoints, leading to a potentially incomplete or biased understanding. Here is our example of holistic point of view, listening to both your teachers' and parents' advice on what course to take in college. And partial point of view, listening only to your friends' advice on what course to take in college. Do you have any question about the lesson today? So if none, let's proceed to your activity 1. Write an essay, 2 to 3 sentences. Define philosophy. Explain what is unique about philosophical thought. Do you think philosophy is important in the age of globalization? Why? And that's all. I hope you've learned a lot in this lesson. Thank you and goodbye. Have a nice day.